Coach. How are you guys doing, guys? This is going to be an amazing episode. Something that's near and dear to my heart: veterans, and also I'm a big animal lover. I love pets. I got a rescue dog upstairs. So if we can put veterans and animals that can help with um, people struggling with anxiety, depression, PTSD, I'm all about it. Plus, they're like 10 minutes from my house, and I never even knew it. So, Brian, my brother,
How are you,
welcome
sir?
to the show. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you, sir?
Come on, man. I get to hang out with you today, and I love everything that you're doing with Operation Canine Beethoven. And like I said, you're right there in Paramus. You're like 10 minutes from my house. So I can't wait to be able to come down and hang out. First question is, what is your definition of resiliency?
You get knocked down, you get back up again, you dust yourself off, you keep on going. And it's my hope that maybe I can just leave the world a little better of a place than the way I found it.
Yeah, I love it. And you grew up in you're a Jersey boy. You grew up in Bergen County, surrounding areas. So
Yep.
give us a little background about who you are, where you come from, and how you got into this whole crazy world of helping veterans with service animals.
So I'm originally from Hasbrook Heights, Bergen County, Hasbrook Heights, where I grew up until I moved to Bayonne in '07 or so. And we were selling my parents' house in 2020 of January of 2020, and we had some crates and some beds that we wanted to give to someone who can use them. My brother reached out to somebody that he knew, and that person reached out to this person named Sam. And I got a phone call, and I spoke with this guy Arpy on the phone. I got to meet him at the house, and he pulls up in his truck with Beethoven, and the back of it says K9 Beethoven. So he and I just started talking, and he was telling me how Beethoven is a therapy dog, and he would bring Beethoven to the actors nursing home in Hackensack. And we just started talking. I was telling him about my father, that he's a veteran. He's in the Paramus Veterans Home. And Arpy was saying that, hey, I've been trying to get in there, and there was a little infection going around at the time. I said, well, he's a therapy dog. My mother, is a little upset, a little stressed after 40 years of memories in this home where I grew up. I was born and raised in this home. I said, would you be willing to bring Beethoven in? And he said, absolutely. He did so. And Beethoven sat at my mother's feet, and my mother just pet him. And you can see the complete instant change from on her face, from going from sad to feeling good and being happy. And he and I just started becoming friends. We had talked from time to time. He promised me that he would visit my father when he was able to get into the nursing home in Paramus Veterans Home. And he called me one day and says, where is your father? What room is he on? What floor is he on? And I gave him that information. He said, well, I'm on my way there now. I called my father. I said, hey, Dad. I said, you're going to get a special visit today. And he said, I hope it's you because I want some pasta visual soup. I said, no, it's going to be somebody else, and you're going to like it. And several hours go by. I called my father and I said, hey, Dad, how was the visit? And he said, it was absolutely amazing. It was the best wake-up call I ever got. And Arpy and I started talking about how we can help veterans. We were able to get the help of Bergen County Harley in there. They became one of our biggest supporters. They're located in Rochelle Park, New Jersey. And it's just spiraled from doing a little fundraising, getting some clothing drive, some things needed that the veterans in that nursing home need on a daily basis: deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrushes, diabetic socks. And we did that, and then it just became this thing. And he and I spoke, and we got some other people involved, and that's how we started Operation Canine Beethoven, helping veterans one paw at a time. And as of right now, we're at 18 dogs given to our veterans. We're working on number 19 as we speak. And so that's how really, Richard, how everything started, and it just snowballed into where we are in 2024.
All right. So, and I want to give a big shout out to Arpy. We actually reached out. We've been going back and forth through text. So I just want to say, brother, Arpy, thank you so much. I'm so grateful for your friendship. So, but I want to give big props to your father. From we talked before we got on air that he's a 3-time Purple Heart recipient.
Yes, sir.
and he served his country well. So I want to commemorate your father. I want to honor him. I want to honor your mother for being the wife of a veteran, because sometimes we don't realize all the shit that our spouses go through. And my wife served as much time as I did. So I want to give props to you, your father, and your mother, and then also, you being a son, because a lot of people talk about the veteran, but they don't really talk about the aftermath. Dealing with certain things that we deal with, whether it's PTSD, anxiety, depression, but then also just dealing with regular things of life. Because as we know, veterans are not the easiest person to get along with. A lot of us are perfectionists. A lot of us use colorful language. So sometimes not the easiest people to get along with. So I just want to give that proper respect to your mom, your dad, and to you, my brother.
Well, I thank you for the kind words, and thank you for your service, Richard. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so, we have, like we talked before we got on air, that we have two programs. And our first program is our therapy side, where we take Beethoven Duffy, our deaf dog, as well as a bunch of others, to nursing homes, rehab centers, schools, schools for the deaf, so that they can learn that, not only that human beings with a disability can live a beautiful life, but animals can also live a beautiful and happy and meaningful life. We also take our therapy dog team to all different places. Like I said, schools, rehab centers, nursing homes, veterans homes, wherever we can get in to spread their love and their cheer. The dogs love to do it. They enjoy it. And the people really love and enjoy it. I've seen it firsthand. You're walking down the, hallway, and everybody's a little sad and they're not feeling all that great. But as soon as they pop their head up and they see those dogs coming down the hallway, their faces light up. Their faces completely light up, and you see that instant and constant change all the time. And if you're able to just make somebody feel good for just a minute or just 10 minutes, that's what it's all about. Because they're in a nursing home, they might have, or in a hospital, they might have had a dog, growing up, or had a dog in their household, and they could no longer have one. So that's why we love to bring our therapy dog team out there to wherever we can go, so we can spread the dog's love and the licks, and the dogs love to be pet. That's what they're there for. That's what they love the most. And then our other program is our PTSD program, where we rescue dogs from euthanasia, off the streets, from kill shelters. We work with several rescues throughout New Jersey. We bring them back to health. And then it's our point at that time to have our head trainer and behavioral specialist, Chris, to come in and kind of assess the dog, make sure the dog has the right temperament. And then from that moment, it's our goal that our veterans go to our website at operationk9beethoven.com and apply. And then once we have that all set and done, the dog gets trained for a good 4 to 6 weeks, and the dog will be trained to become a psychiatric service dog. And we give that away for free.
All right. So, and so many times I see, I'm going through the airport. Obviously, I watch everything, and I'm a big creeper, and I watch, and I see these people having these poodles and these little 3-pound dogs, and they're like, "Oh, well, that's my support animal," and I'm like, "Yeah, no." So, talk to us about what the training is for a psychiatric support animal.
One command, a block. They have to do something. And the block could be that if the veteran is in a crowded area and he gives that command, that dog will go between the legs or to the left side or the right side. So the dog has to have one command. Like you mentioned about the emotional support dogs, they have no rights. I mean, unfortunately, everybody can have a dog and call it an emotional support dog. But they've changed that all. But the psychiatric service dogs, they can go anywhere, hotel, airplane, any building, any restaurant, because they're licensed. Just like you and I, we have a driver's license. We have our social security card. They all have that on their vest.
Okay, so now, I've had This is my 1100th interview. Talked to a lot of veterans, and for some reason, dogs and horses seem to pick up our feelings. They seem to pick up what
Yep.
we're putting down. So,
Yep.
what is that bond between a dog and a veteran or a first responder?
It's a special bond that they two have, and dogs can sense things. They can sense that you're not feeling well. Or I've had dogs my whole life, even in my adult life, and when I'm not feeling well, if I am sick, every dog I ever had would always be on my side, or they would lay with me in bed, or if I'm sitting on the couch. They just have that sense. They know something is not right because they love their owner, and they know that their owner loves them.
So now, like I said, you said they go through a lot of training. So is there sometimes when you'll see a dog or a puppy and be like, yeah, this one doesn't have the temperament for it.
And that's fine.
So
but
how
we
do
will.
they gauge that?
So how do we? That would be a great question for our head trainer and specialist. If the dog doesn't meet his requirements, the dog goes to a rescue, non-kill rescue, and that dog will then get adopted out to a family. So, we never just, put the dog back on the streets where we found him. It'll go to a rescue, and then that dog will be adopted out. I mean, it's happened many times where we've had dogs, it just didn't work out. The dog couldn't pick it up. Training is 4 to 6 weeks on the average. But the dog will find a forever home, one way or the other.
Okay, so obviously, if you have 18 dogs, that's a lot of food, that's a lot of space, that's a lot of poop. So, how do you guys keep things running? I mean, I'm sure it has to get expensive on a monthly basis.
Oh yeah, I mean, we also work with fosters, where if we pull a dog and we're not ready yet, or the dog is not ready because of age to be trained, we'll have someone foster the dog. And like I said earlier, there's no out-of-pocket expenses that come from our veteran, so they don't pay a dime. So on the average for the training and the dog and everything is about $6,000 to $7,000. So all the money that we make from donations, from merchandise sales, we're a non-for-profit in the state of New Jersey. So all the money we make on that goes right back to our program. But we also set that veteran up for a month or two with a bed, a kennel, toys, treats. We don't do food because we're not sure yet, where the dog's dietitian needs are. But we definitely set them up for a good month or two with all those supplies. And if they, come down a hard time 6 months down the road and they call us up and say, hey, listen, I just can't afford this kind of dog food or this kind of treat. Could you send me something? And we'll either hand deliver it to you, personally deliver it to you, or, Amazon it.
Well, and you also, you're very big in the community, like you said, in the county, but also Doc Shop and New Jersey Veterans Network.
Yeah.
Great. So you're doing a lot of great things. So tell us some of the success stories that people that have, some of the veterans that have received, I don't want to say pets, but have received service animals from you.
Yeah. Psychiatric service dog, you would say.
Yeah.
No, their response is just, you've changed my life. I don't think you understand how much this means to me. I can't remember what life was like before I had her or him. And that's basically a lot of times what we hear. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You have no idea. We recently accepted a gentleman in our program, and I called him to let him know. And then a couple moments later, the father called me, and they're down in Manasquan, New Jersey. And he called me saying, you don't understand as a parent what this is going to do for my son. And I just wanted to call you and say, thank you for coming down to do your house inspection. I appreciate you. I can't believe this. You have made my year. and that hits, that you're making a difference, and that it can get a little emotional at times for me and RP, because we just want to help people, man. We don't want the pat on the back. We don't want the accolades. We just want to be able to, our team at Operation Canine Beethoven, we just want to help people one paw at a time. Plain and simple. That's what we want to do. We need to help our veterans because they've done so much for us non-veterans.
So, but I was just something that you just said, and I like that you do that. Is you're not only looking out for the safety of the veteran, but you're also looking out for the safety of the animal.
Yes,
So I
sir.
think that's great when you go in and you're like, if you guys can't even take care of the house, you're not going to be able to take care of a dog.
Yeah, and
So I think that's very smart and very commendable.
I mean, sometimes just because of scheduling conflict, we'll have them send pictures to us. But I really like to get down there to wherever they live, to really see, the living room, the bedrooms, the common areas, the backyard, just to make sure that we're taking this dog and putting this dog in a good, safe environment.
So, I mean, RP couldn't be on tonight. So, like I said, I just wanted to give a little bit of love. So, can you tell us a little bit about RP? Because you guys are like the dynamic duo. You're Batman and Robin. So, just give RP a little bit of love.
No, man, man, RP, we have our moments, of course, just like every friendship or relationship. And I love the man dearly. I will have to say that. And, he came into my life for a reason, I guess for a purpose, if you believe in that. And we're trying to help as many people as we can. RP is the president and founder. That's just how we agreed upon it. But he really is a good man, and he wants to help as many as people as we possibly can. I've seen it on a daily basis. He'll get a phone call, and he just helps anybody that needs the help that they need. And so he's a good man. But really, at the end of the day, the brains behind us is this woman that you'll probably never really see. She's the backbone. She's backstage. She's always helping us out. And her name is Maureen, and she's the director of operations. So she keeps me and RP in line. And so she does a lot of our social media work. She does calling to see if we can go and be a vendor at an event. So she has a lot of work that's stocked up on her as well. She's in charge of the social media pages. She's in charge of the website. She makes the flyers. She posts and puts everything out there to the world whenever we have an event that we're going to. But I wanted to give her some love as well, because she does a huge part of what we do is her, and so I wanted to give her a little love and thank her as well.
And you got an event coming up, right? So I wanted to talk about that because I'm going to try to make it to that event.
Oh, we'd love to have you. We'd love to have you. I usually don't do scripts, but it's a lot to remember. Yep. But so we're doing this event called Recovering Together. It's Sunday, April 7th, 2024, 3 p.m. And it's going to be an informative experience. Speakers who will discuss and answer questions regarding the GI Bill, PTSD, veteran benefits and claims, as well as substance abuse and family support, and the benefits of having a PTSD psychiatric service dog. Our therapy team will be there. So you can come and meet Beethoven, Duffy, the deaf therapy dog, Shadow, which is Frank's dog, Doc's dog, Luna, Sophia, Blaze, Chase, Zola. We're going to be serving cold refreshments, coffee, and desserts, and sandwiches and all kinds of things. To RSVP, you can either email us at k9beethoven@yahoo.com, or you can shoot us a text at 201-587-9338. And that's just so we can make sure that we have enough food. So if any of your listeners want to go out, it's going to be located in Saddlebrook, New Jersey, the VFW post, 3484 44 Market Street, Saddlebrook, New Jersey. And if you want to come, RSVP either through email from k9beethoven@yahoo.com, or you can shoot us a text at 201-587-9338.
Okay, like I said, I got to see what my what's going on with my schedule, but I'm going to try to make it. But I'm also going to for anybody that comes to the event, I'm also going to throw in a copy of my book. If they just send you my email, they get a free copies of my book, and also if they want to get a session on for any kind of counseling or anything that I can help with, a free hour session for everybody. Anybody that says, hey, he's a stand-up guy, Brian sent you. I'll hang out with him on Zoom, StreamYard, on the phone, so we can hang out and talk PSD, recovery, resilience, because I'm a recovering addict with 35 years clean and sober. So if I can pay it forward, everybody gets an hour of my time just because they're friends of your guys.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Just want to pay it forward, brother. That's if we can save one life, then that's what it's all about, brother.
Absolutely.
So, like I said, I'm so blessed that you guys. I got to come down, and I actually got to go to the veterans' homes because one of my friends donated like 20 boxes of cookies for the veterans' home. So I got to go down there and bring my daughter down there. She would Girl Scouts. So I would love to be able to coordinate whenever you guys go down with the dog.
Absolutely.
And just have a little powwow to bring some smiles to those veterans' faces.
Absolutely. I look forward to meeting you in person and giving you a handshake.
Oh man, I want a hug. The heck with the handshake.
We'll go. All right. I'm a hugger too.
So. All right. So how do these people, if they're interested in getting an application, or if they're interested in maybe donating, how do we get in touch with you guys?
So you can go to our website at operationk9beethoven.com, where you can take a look at the merchandise that we have. We have some new things, some older things that are on sale. The old things are on sale. And you can go there and you can either donate, you can buy something, merchandise, shirts, hoodies, beanies, hats, or you can just make a donation, hit the donation button. You can go to our Facebook page, Operation K9 Beethoven. You can like it, you can share it, spread the word. Our application is there as well for the PTSD side of things. We also have another application there for the pet therapy program. If you're interested in being a part of our program, you can definitely do that and give back that way. So yeah, all the information, everything is all on the Facebook page as well as the website, which is operationk9beethoven.com.
And Brian, I want to thank you. I want to thank Arpy. I want to thank Maureen for making this happen. And I'm so grateful for you guys. And I can't wait for us to be able to get together and hang out.
You got it, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you having us on. And it's people like you that we can get our message out to the world. And we can only do so little locally and on our Facebook page. But I love doing these podcasts. And I hope to meet you in person. And I hope to be on again with you sometime soon.
Definitely will. All right, guys. So make sure you check them out. Make sure you go to their Facebook page. Make sure you go to their Instagram. I love their Instagram, by the way. I think it's awesome. And
that's Maureen.
Make sure you go to their Facebook page. They got some cool videos of, I think it was a motorcycle rally or something that recently was. I seen some videos of that. That was awesome. And come down to the event. If you're not doing anything April 6th, come down, hang out with us.
April 7th.
Or April 7th?
Yes, April 7th. Yeah.
Okay.
Sunday, April 7th.
Okay. Just come down and pet a puppy and hang out, get some refreshments and chill.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a sandwich.
Yeah. All right, Brian. Have a great week. Tell Arpy and Maureen I said hey.
I will. Thank you, sir.
All right, brother. Be good. Guys, remember, vertical momentum, the only way to go is but up. I love you guys. Have an amazing week.